Cáceres, that changed the dynamic of the team entirely. How did you manage the talk in the halftime? And once more, congratulations, because Venezuela now has moved on to the knockouts. Well, we're seeing some difficulties in the first half. We were having some hard time with ball possession or recovering the ball, and we had El Brujo and Herrera and an inverse triangle with Savarino. But we decided to send Christian in, and that is good because it means that all 26 players are available. And the previous match we had Christian as a starter. Today he wasn't a starter, but he went back in, and we're happy because you have a first half and a second half so that you can modify things in between, and I think we were able to see a different Venezuela in the second half. César se me ve for the Gran Cadena Nacional del Gol. First, congratulations. The country is happy. This is one of the few victories that we've had internationally, and it is commendable, but it will be memorable as well because of the attitude, the composure, the enthusiasm. What was the key? We are also very happy to bring joy to the Venezuelan people. The Venezuelans that are here or anywhere in the world. It is always nice to win. What is the key? Well, an organized game plan, never giving up attitude, making sacrifices, and sometimes we were not in possession of the ball, but we never gave up. We were there making our best efforts, and this is the group, and this is what the squad wants. They want to play, but they give it all to challenge the opponent, and that makes me very proud. Coach, congratulations. You beat the tough one. Journalist says that who will manage the ball when against Mexico, and you had your center backs, then they pressured, and it was 17 minutes in the final part of the match to see to actually control the ball. Sotelo, Savarino, Salomón. Regardless of the victory, did they live up to your expectations in the back line? Well, there is a level of wear down that we saw in the players' tired legs. We saw that Mexico started making replacements and moving along the flanks to cross the ball. So we had a backline of 5 to move Miguel and Navarro a bit higher, but we knew that Mexico was going to play the last minutes in that way, because when we sent in Cáceres, we closed every potential channel on the inside, and we tried to reinforce aerial balls with Macun. And when we sent out Jefferson and Salo, when we subbed them out, we saw that it was tough for them to hold the position firmly. So we had the players to replace them, and that is what we tried to do in the last 10 or 15 minutes. Congratulations, coach. What was your reading after the first half, after, seeing that Mexico was playing in Venezuela's half As you mentioned, Cáceres covered the midfield, and from then onwards, you were able to move those lines forward. How important was your talk in the halftime? Well, yes, we saw that when Jimenez received the ball, the midfield was complicating our game, or when the uh, center backs were also playing, we had a couple of situations behind Shangel, and they were complicating us a bit more on that side rather than in the Brujo side. So we had a triangle with Christian that was a bit more fresh to have build up play, and he teamed up well with Shangel and El Brujo. And when we got the ball, we started seeing Sotelo, Bello, and while they were on the pitch, they had a great match. And the second half was what we were after. Good evening. Congratulations, Wilmer Ramírez, Diario La Nación, San Cristóbal, Estado Táchira. You head coaches are one step forward. The minute you won against Mexico, you got your qualification to the knockouts. For the next match against Jamaica, will you save any pieces? Will you change the starting lineup? We will train tomorrow, and after the medical staff tells us how each player is, we'll see. We play every match as a final, and we won this match. We are now in the knockouts, but we cannot take anything for granted, and we'll go against Jamaica as if it was a different final. My players know that I like playing to the fullest, and hopefully they'll all be in the right condition. That is why we have 26 players of a great level. We won't tone it down. FM Center, I want to ask about the mindset of this team. Historically, our national team has had a hard time trying to hold firmly. Can you describe the mindset? Yes, we are working on it, and I think that it is bringing the results. We know we cannot give up in adversity. At any time, you might suffer because your opponent is stronger, but at that time, you have to be strong mentally and physically. And I always tell them they have to believe in themselves individually and as a group. We're treading on that path, and hopefully we'll reinforce that every day. Sebastián Hernández for Hispanic Sport Medias, you have just talked about mindset and Jamaica. But after everything you have just explained, what do you think is the main mistake that Venezuela should not repeat? What we shouldn't repeat, yes, like in the play, vision. Well, maybe it's related to what happened in the last match, having more ball possession, not losing the ball where the rival is pressuring us, and to avoid surprises like the ones we had in the 20-25 minutes in the last match in the first half. Even though Mexico had the ball, we also had they had possession, but we also had opportunities. We weren't suffering when they had possession. We had hitting a goalpost with Salomon, and hopefully we will continue improving and working on it. Rasolovenex, congratulations on the historical victory. Everyone had was very excited throughout the game. Ángel Herrera is a very important player for this type of match. How was he performing against Ecuador, now Mexico, and what do you think about the transitions between defense and attack? Because maybe he is not as precise as we hoped, and what is your idea for Seoya for the match against Jamaica? Well, in Yangel, you have a player that contributes, that plays very well. Well, he was a bit erratic in the first half, a couple situations, but I think he picked up from there for the second half, and he did much better. And he also creates opportunities in the attack because he's surprises on the pitch. And Yangel had an amazing season in Spain, and he can have a match where his performance is not at the top like anyone else. Leo Ferrer, congratulations on the victory, even though a bit agonizing, but do you find it of concern that Rafa Romo was the man of the match? And what is your takeaway from these matches in Copa America? If Rafa is going to be the man of the match and we win the 4 following matches, I hope that he is the man of the match in every match. The goalkeeper is there to save shots, and he is at a great level, and I'm really happy because he is an amazing goalkeeper. But of course, there are always weaknesses to improve on. Well, an easy win is a more comfortable victory, but every national team has to improve, and logically we will sit down and discuss what we need to correct. But I congratulate Rafa publicly because he has a great level. Goalkeepers have to save shots, and he saves them. Gustavo Luque for Ciudad 99.3 FM. And when the Copa America started, the phrase was, man, I am faithful. Then it was, my faith is being affected. But what can you say about what can you convey as a message to the fans that are having their hopes up with great expectations? Well, we are really proud of giving them this victory and bringing them joy to the Venezuelan people. And this is what we are after when we play. But on the inside, we have to be level-minded, grounded, with our feet on the ground, and we have to be humble. We are enjoying it today, but tomorrow we'll start thinking about Jamaica. Football is like this. This is when sometimes you win, you enjoy it. Sometimes you are bitter because you lose, but we know that tomorrow we have to change the mindset and start thinking about Sunday as another final. Sports media, congratulations. Thank you for taking us to the knockouts. And these are 2 historical results in this Copa America. What was the turning point to earn the respect of South America or the football globally? Because we have been hearing great comments on Venezuela. I said this before the qualifiers last year. First, we have to believe in ourselves. I said that the greatest opponent for Venezuela was Venezuela. And if we understood that, we were going to respect everyone, but we were not going to fear anyone. And we were going to play at the same level, measure up against our opponents. And this is what we try to execute with hard work. We train in every training session to the fullest, and you play as you train. So this is our project, and hopefully we'll see great results. Rodrigo Almonacid, France Press. What is the key to the great moment Rafael Romo is living, understanding that he is leading in a great generation of goalkeepers like Graterol and Fariñas? Well, one of the keys is his hard work, his training. He has had ups and downs in his career. Now he is the starter and he is performing very well. He's up to the task. But we have Contreras, Graterol, Baroja, that was not that isn't in the roster, but as a coach, I am really pleased because the goalkeepers respond when they have to, and I'm really happy about his performance right now. Capitán Futbolera Ciudad de Mexico, first, congratulations on the victory. I wanted to know what is your standpoint on the Mexican national team, because in Mexico, we're saying we're going downhill, that it's not what it used to be. From what you were able to see, what can you say about Mexico now that the World Cup is coming and it's going to be hosted by Mexico, USA, and Canada? It is a national team that is having a renovation, and I respect the coach very much. He is very savvy, and unfortunately, when these things happen, everyone speaks poorly of you. But and when he went against Jamaica, everyone said the best about him. These are processes and projects, and it is a path, and there's a roadmap towards the World Cup, and without a doubt, Mexico at that time will be a very hard opponent. For Jimmy today, everyone will be talking poorly about him, but that wasn't the case in the last match. We thank Fernando Batista for being part of this press conference of Conmebol Copa America USA 2024. Thank you.